everybody, welcome to another edition of Health, Fitness, and You, sponsored by Gold's Gym. We are at the Fishkill location of Gold's Gym. They have two locations, one in LaGrange and one right here in Fishkill, and Lindsay is a trainer here. And today we're talking about my favorite thing, the core.
Yes.
And let's talk about what some of the exercises might be to get me back to from a keg to a six-pack.
Okay, well, very simple. You don't have to, be flying from rafters to get that nice, six-pack of abs. But basically, when people do think about the core, they are thinking about that six-pack of abs and looking good in a bathing suit. But really, it's so much, more important than that. It's really the foundation of your entire body.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Your body really reacts based on how strong your core is, right?
Absolutely.
The rest of your body.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it like a foundation in a house. You have to have a strong foundation when you're building a house, or the house is unlikely to sustain itself.
Right.
So by proper strength training and conditioning, you're really going to lower your risk of injuries and aches and pains. You're going to improve your posture and really alleviate some lower back pain if that's what you're suffering from. So it goes well beyond just a six-pack.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to show you some exercises.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, let's do it. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is the plank. It's a very traditional exercise, but when done correctly, it's going to be one of the best exercises that are going to get you a really, really strong core. So what you're going to first start off by doing is laying down with your forearms on the ground and then lifting your entire body off of the floor, making everything straight, and you're going to draw in your stomach and tighten up those glutes. And right now what this is working is your upper and lower abs as well as those glutes. And you're gonna hold for probably anywhere from 30 seconds to 1 minute. I like doing this in between exercises as a superset. And now if 30 seconds is too difficult for her, she can modify by putting her hands up in the push-up position, and that's going to make it slightly easier for her. And if she's more advanced, she's gonna get down back on the forearms and do a walking plank, which is really going to start targeting those abs, or she can do a marching plank with the feet. And if that's still easy, she can add some plates on her back and call it a day. So the second exercise I'm going to show you guys is the kneeling press. This is an anti-rotational core exercise. What that means, it's just different than a lot of the traditional exercises like a crunch or a twist. This is actually sparing your spine. So it's just holding your spine in a neutral position while forces like gravity or an external load are pulling it out. So basically what Jen over here is doing, she's taking the cable and putting it in a line with her midsection, with her chest up high and her stomach tight. She's pressing out in a slow, controlled motion while the weight is pulling her obliques. And this can also be done with a resistance band as well. And with those, I would do about 10 to 15 on each side, and you can always superset that with those planks. The third is the pike, and this is probably the most challenging of all three exercises, but it's going to be a killer one. It's going to isolate those abs, it's going to activate your upper and lower rectus abdominis, your internal and external obliques, as well as your lats. You're going to get into a push-up position and firmly place your feet on a stability ball and really use that stomach to stabilize yourself. And then you're gonna roll the ball into your body, putting your butt up in the air and your legs straight. And that's gonna create kind of like a V. And this is a great exercise to do if you're short in time, because it's really it's a killer, like I said. So you can probably do about 2 sets, 6 to 8 times, and increase gradually, as you get stronger. And also, to modify this particular one, you can use sliders, or if you're at home and have a hardwood floor, you grab a towel and you can do this at home, and that should really do the trick.
Well, Lindsay, that was really eye-opening because it's like minimal effort, but maximum results.
Absolutely. I mean, you really don't have to recreate the wheel. Sometimes the simplest of movements are really, we're going to target that area the best. And like I said, all of these exercises that I just showed you, you can modify them and do them at your own pace and gradually increase as your core gets stronger. And not only is that going to give you a nice tight stomach, but it's going to really build that foundation for the rest of your entire body.
And it's all focused on the core.
All focused on the
so
core.
That's what the isolation is why you get that concentrated effort.
Absolutely.
You gave us some great information information. So thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
And we want to thank you for watching another edition of Health, Fitness, and You, sponsored by Gold's Gym. Come to Fishkill or LaGrange. You can get a lot of these exercises with these trainers that you've been seeing in these series of exercises. And that will do it for this edition of Health, Fitness, and You. Check out the website for more information on some of these exercises and other great information as far as health, fitness, and nutrition. We'll see you next time.